Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 8 o'clock a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. I hope that you're all having a beautiful, happy, healthy, wonderful Monday morning. It is Monday, January 9th of 2023. We're in a brand new year, and we're still doing good, having a good time. It's cold as heck outside, so I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, hopefully you and it are both warm. Karina Suarez-Darden is here. Good morning. Jennifer Ryan-Mayton, good morning. Aisha Saxon, good morning. And Valerie, good morning. And Gabriel Bradford, good morning as well. How are you, young man?
I'm doing great. Like you said, it's really cold outside. So I was walking up to the studio today, and I was freezing by the time I got in.
Word up, word up.
So cold.
Happy Monday to you, Karina, and happy Monday to all of you guys out there. Time is 8:01. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're like, yo, you guys did the weather this morning. We did the Monday morning drive-in weather, and we're gonna do that every single day, every day. Now you know that Good Morning Aurora is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but we're gonna do the weather for you guys every single day. So get ready for that. You will be the most ready audience ever. And people will be like, oh my gosh, what is it going to be like today? You'll be like, I know what's going to be, girl. It's going to be such and such. How do you know that? Because I watch Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. How was the weekend for you guys? You can let us know that in the chat. How was the weekend for you, Gabriel?
It was really good. It was, so I always like to take the weekend and relax, spend time with family, friends. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. Relaxing weekend.
Good. We've got news for you guys and a lot of great news and things to talk about today. But before we get into the news, once again, I just want to say that I hope you guys are having a good and positive beginning of this year. It's only January, and it's already the 9th. And the calendar for us is alive and it's vibrant. We've got people booked into February already right now. We're even touching into March. So get ready to see some more great things from your favorite morning news show. All right. So I'm going to start off with the first piece of news that I have for you guys today. This is very important news. And in fact, it's so important that it qualifies as that thing we call... Holy cow, that was not the sound that I want. Oh my God. That's actually pretty
good. I like this.
Okay, well, that's not where I was going with that, ladies and gentlemen. I was looking for our breaking news sound. You listeners know what it sounds like. That was pretty. Oh no, let me see.
That was good.
We'll keep it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Here is what I was going to tell you about. The last week to apply for Community Foundation of the Fox River Valley scholarships. The deadline is tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Now, the adjoining link is in here, and I'll have Gabriel put that in the chat for you guys. But students complete just one application and, if eligible, are considered for one of over 200 scholarship opportunities. This is similar to the Common App for scholarships. They have scholarships for graduating high school seniors, students in undergrad and graduate programs, students entering a trade program, and non-traditional students who are returning to school. It's for the 2023 to 2024 academic year, and once again, the deadline is tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. So, yeah, you've got the link for it. Gabriel, get the link.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing
that. He's going to find the link and put that in the chat for you guys if you or someone you know needs to get a scholarship, go ahead and apply, and hopefully you are eligible. Dora Sanchez Soto is here. Good morning to you, Dora Sanchez Soto. Dora Sanchez Soto is the proprietor of McCarty Mills Tap Room, one of the greatest establishments on earth. That's right. You got the Taj Mahal, the White House, and McCarty Mills. So check them out. Joe Jackson is here. Good morning to you, Joe Jackson. Good to see you too, dear brother. Good morning to Cindy Morales as well. She says she's sending warm weather vibes. Yeah, Cindy, where are you? She's in like Florida or something like that. Where you at? I saw your pictures. I saw you on the plane with the family. You know, I'm always checking out your pictures. So if anybody who's on vacation listening to us, keep it up. Send us some warm weather. The time is 8:05 a.m. Okay. So, Gabriel, you got this leadership thing going on. You got when you get that link, you're doing the link.
Yeah, I'm working.
Can you multitask? Are you all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can kind of multitask a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you gotta if you got like school and, you know,
That's
conversations, you know, like you ever been like late at night, you're doing your homework and then you go out and you're like texting your friends at the same time.
Word up.
Yeah, that's so I'm pretty good at that.
But you got this leadership thing going on at the end of the month. What's that about?
Yeah, so it's really cool. It's called World Chicago, and it's a leadership program that they do for high school students here in the Chicagoland and the suburbs. So it's really cool. I personally been a part of it for the past year. This is going on my second year doing the program. And it's really fun because it's bringing Chicago to the world and
The world
to Chicago, yes. So it's really fun because I've been able to meet people from all over the world, from Ukraine to Slovenia to Nigeria, Zambia. We met Fulbright scholars from there, and just really cool people. A lot of really neat conversations, and again, it's sponsored by the U.S. Department of State. So everything we do, in some cases, we've had the U.S. Department of State officials drop by. There was a leadership program in July, and for one of our meetings, we got to network with state officials. It was really cool.
Word up. I'm feeling that. The time is 8:07 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Hoping that you're all having a blessed, positive, powerful, motivated, dedicated, indeed, and what's another word that I can use that's out of the box that you won't be ready for? What's another word that I can...
Motivational?
You can't hit him with motivational after motivated.
No. Okay.
Uplifting.
Uplifting.
An uplifting month of January. Okay. Sandy Morales says it's true. She caught the flight bugs and flew south for the new year. I'm feeling that. Brett Putton is here. Good morning to you, Brett Putton. Brett Putton is our mentee from the Wabansie Community College Triumph Mentoring Program. Get to know them and our friends at the Sugar Grove campus. All right. Here's some more good information for all of you down south listeners. And by down south, I mean like southern Illinois, all you country counties and all that. Frog in the corner, he go riding. Crambone. Okay, check this out. The Illinois Land Improvement Contractors Association is inviting the public to attend its trade show for free on January 20th through 21st at Bettendorf, Iowa. For 65 years, Illinois LICA, so ILICA, has hosted a trade show as a regular staple of their annual convention and members meeting, which also boasts numerous education seminars and nationally recognized entertainment. So actually, let me scratch that up real quick. So you wouldn't be the South people, you'd be West. Yeah, because Iowa's west of us. Mm-hmm. Okay, so my bad. But I mean, you got farm down there too, so that's cool. For the second year, Illinois LICA is opening up the opportunity to attend the 2-day show to a broader audience at no cost. The trade show includes a wide array of over 35 construction industry exhibitors. Attendees will get the opportunity to chat with construction industry professionals, manufacturers, and conservation partners involved with earth moving, drainage, utilities, and more. The trade show is open on Friday, January 20th from 1 to 5 p.m. and Saturday, January 21st from 8 a.m. to noon at the Isle Casino Hotel in Bettendorf, Iowa. There is no admission charge, and everyone is welcome to attend. And according to Ryan Arch, Executive Director of Illinois LICA, We are excited to showcase our strong network of professional members and partners that play such a critical role in the implementation of conservation across the state. You get to know more about them by calling their number, 309-932-1230. The number again is 309-932-1230. I was trying to do that for a while now. Hit y'all with, drag it out there a little bit, like one of those romantic radio hosts.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Love. Okay. Thank you very much, Gabriel Bradford, for putting in the chat the link to the Community Foundation of the Fox River Valley. For those of you information, let me tell you about the Community Foundation. They've got great staff, great people, and they also have the YEP program, which is the Youth Engagement and Philanthropy Program. We had them on the show talking to us, and that was a really good episode.
Yeah, I remember that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was good. So we got to reach out to them again and see if we can get them back here on the show. So yeah, let's turn the camera on now and see how y'all living. Well, they're gonna see how we're living more than we'll see how if we could turn the camera on in their house, what would we see? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be kind of cool if we could have like a big monitor and you get to see who's
let's turn the camera on let's turn the camera on at Aisha's house. Boop. How y'all doing? What you having for breakfast? And thank you very much for that, Gabriel. All right. So now you said this event that you're doing is in Chicago, and it's the 28th, right?
Yes.
Where's it taking place at?
Chicago. So they're still sending me the information. So that's to be determined, but we do know it's going to be with a former Foreign Service officer, and I can't remember where they served exactly, but
okay.
Yeah.
So they served in the International Theater, though, obviously.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
All right. How many have you done so far?
Meetings.
Yeah. How many of these?
So this will be the first meeting of the year.
Okay.
So it starts in January and it goes to, I believe, August. It's like July or August is when it normally ends.
Okay.
Like the session. So there's about like 8 meetings, and it's always a lot of fun. And last year they weren't able to, but they normally do a trip to Washington D.C. And so it's really cool because, again, it is sponsored by the U.S. Department of State, so we do get a lot of fun things that we get to do.
Where do you go in D.C.?
So I haven't personally been able to go yet, just due to, it was COVID, so they had 3 or 4 years of international travel or people coming into Chicago, so they were just overwhelmed by all that, so they weren't able to go to DC, but
right.
Normally they do. They go to DC, and I'm not too sure what they've done in the past. As far as I assume they visit Library of Congress and all that kind of stuff, but I haven't been able to to see what they do yet.
Joe Biden was really good. Can we
yeah.
So look, when you go there,
yeah,
right. Kamala Harris was really popping.
Yeah, that'd be
Shout
a lot
out
of fun.
Good Morning Aurora and all that. Hey, I see what you guys are doing over there. Yeah, no. Can we get that interview? All right, Gabriel Bradford, why don't you do us a favor? Why don't you take us to a commercial, please, and give us some local joints. The time, ladies and gentlemen, is 8:13 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It is Monday, January 9th.
So we got the news, we got real headlines, real people, and real stories. 100% Aurora. So Friday, January 13th, and Wednesday, January 18th, will be events with presentations hosted by the North Aurora Police Department. The first, on the 13th of January, will feature State's Attorney Jamie Mosser as guest speaker and will be at 10 a.m. The second will feature Assistant State's Attorney Matt Rogers and will be at 6:30 p.m. on the 18th of January. The purpose of these events is to inform the public about identity theft and scams targeting seniors. Please share this information, and both presentations are free and open to the public. And join the City of Aurora for the 38th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Commemoration celebration, taking place on Monday, January 16th. This event will be held at East Aurora High School and begins at 6 p.m. A special guest speaker will be attorney, author, and advocate Star Jones, who is also a former New York City prosecutor and assistant district attorney. RSVP is required to do so. Use the QR code on the flyer, which will be shared. And our housing and counseling team has great workshops for February. also Black History Month, which will be of benefit to the whole community. The Black Wealth Empowerment Series is a partnership between the Neighbor Project and Everlasting Word Church. The 3 workshops will be virtual with a third celebration in person at the Prisco Community Center. These events are sponsored by BMO Harris and Citibank. February 2nd will be Understanding Money. February 9th will be Getting Your Credit Swagger. And February 16th will be a Roadmap to Home Ownership. Use the links posted and shared to register for the online events, and please share. For questions or more information, call 331-300-3566. Again, that number is 331-300-3566. That sounds like a fun event.
All right, thank you very much for that, Gabriel Bradford. Yes. Now, a couple things. Here's what I want to talk. Listen. So the thing with the seniors, right? And the stopping scams. Do you know that seniors are routinely the number one group of people who fall victim to online scams in the tens of millions of dollars? And that's very unfortunate. Yes.
Wow.
People are getting caught up in many rigmarole ways that criminals and crooks and thieves and charlatans and shysters have found to bilk people out of their money, and it is just absolutely ridiculous. They will impersonate a family member. They will use links that look identical to Facebook links in many different ways that go to your, because if you got a Facebook account, you can get the same messages, the alert, you go to your email and it's like, such and such commented on your video. Well, you already know that because you're using the app, so you see that. But if you see that in your inbox, you may fall victim to that. Phishing and all kinds of different scams are out there. So who is it with? The North Aurora Police Department, right?
Yes.
Check that one more time. I think it's the North Aurora Police Department is who is hosting this great event. Mm-hmm. Make sure is that who it is?
Let me see. The state's attorney.
Yes. No. Hello.
Yeah, I think
North Aurora Police Department.
It was.
All right.
Yeah.
You think it was or it was?
Yeah, I'm looking there.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
And the state's attorney, Jamie Mosser, is going to be the guest speaker of that. Listen, please take part in that. If someone can benefit from that information, please let them know. That's not good that people get bilked out of their money, especially around holiday times, birthdays, and things like that. So that's very important. Which is also, let me scratch that. Sip it up. All y'all, sip it up. For those of you just joining the show, when we mess up on the show, we sip it up, to cleanse ourselves and our minds, to make us relax, take it easy, and try again. Betty Patesh Weaver is here. Good morning to you, Betty. And Norma Peterson's here. Good morning to you as well. The other thing that's important about that in a law enforcement context is that with the passage of new laws this year, we're going to see an increased penalty for online scams. Now, last week, actually, we did read to you a package of different laws that have been rolled out since January 1st. There's a lot of law enforcement information that's in those new laws. Cash bail was not one of them. Many of the provisions of the Safety Act have not been implemented. That's another discussion. We'll get there. No, not now. I know what you're thinking. Curtis, can we talk? No, we'll do that another time. But there's going to be increased penalties for online scams and online fraud. So I will tell you this. Don't play around with the online stuff because you will be hit very hard with that in this new year. All right, the time is 8:18 a.m. The next piece of news that I've got for you wonderful people is also from the Illinois Land Improvement Contractors Association. Now, I know what you're saying, Curtis, a lot of Peru, Illinois, a lot of country stuff. Well, I'm proud of that. You know what that means? That means our reach is growing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, they're listening to Good Morning Aurora in Peru, Illinois. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They checking us out in, that's all I really know in that area, so we'll stick with that. But the ILICA, invites contractors and operators to another free dinner at Martin Equipment of Illinois in Peru on the 12th. So that's going to be this Thursday at 6 p.m. to learn more about grade control technology. Contractors will learn about John Deere smart grade technology and basic grade control applications that can reduce labor costs, improve accuracy, and enable operators of varying skill levels to operate like a pro. The benefits of ILICA membership that drive company growth and profitability will also be covered. Now, GB, if you could do me a favor, please, could you put the link to that? So registration is required. Now, the link is, you see that right there? Yep. It's a little bit long, but if you could please put that in the chat for the folks, man, right. I'd appreciate that. So, yeah, I want to give a shout out to the ILICA and all of the great farmers out there who are listening to Good Morning Aurora. I'm very proud of that. I am extremely proud of that. Who knew that some guys riding a John Deere tractor would be like, you know what I listen to every morning? Good Morning Aurora. So, shout out to you guys. Okay. Aurora is looking at revamping their special events law. Now, here is something that's new and something that's local, and this is something that we're going to really dive in together. The time is 8:20 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Check this out, guys. Oh, boy. All right. Let me get myself squared away here. The Aurora City Council is looking at revamping its ordinance regulating space. Oh, my. I'm going to do a personal sip. I'm going to do it real quick, you guys. I don't know. Refill your tea. Spatial events. The Aurora City Council is looking at revamping its ordinance regulating space. I did it again. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Damn. It's a country show now. What the?
Oh, we got to.
Hey, guys, I can't. Yeah, sip it up. I'm going to just. You take a sip for me, dog. I'm going to try this one more time because I don't know what's going on with my lips, man. What's wrong with a brother's lips? Okay, let's do it real slow. The Aurora City Council is looking at revamping its ordinance regulating special events that take place in the city. We got there in the end. City Council members on the Rules, Administration, and Procedures Committee recently unanimously recommended changes. The problem is the writer. That's who it is. They keep putting they keep putting the wrong words like right in front of each other. It is making me trip on them. Recently unanimously recommended changes to the special events ordinance. This council's committee of the whole will look at them this week. The changes are contained in about 50 pages. That's according to Richard Veenstra, Aurora's corporation counsel, with the overwhelming amount of changes being technical. The major substantive change is creation of what will be called a Tier 6 event. This is important. Listen carefully. That is an event that does not require much commitment of city time or resources. According to Mr. Veenstra, quote, maybe it's a procession up and down a sidewalk that doesn't require traffic control, or it could be in a park, close quote. Many big events require a commitment of city resources, whether it's traffic control or security. Groups holding such events routinely have to pay for those resources. But Mr. Veenstra said Tier 6 events would be for organizations, quote, to experience their First Amendment rights without having to be associated with major costs, close quote. The section on Tier 6 events also would give the director of special events the clarity and leeway to potentially reduce the size of an event to a Tier 6 to cut down or eliminate the need for those city resources. So, in plain English, what that means is that if a person went through the normal standard procedure of trying to get an event and perhaps a permit, the director of the the director of special events could say, you know what, y'all a little bit small. You don't even need all that. We'll make it a Tier 6. That's cool. It would be sort of default. If an organization finds they cannot do an event at the level wanted, the Tier 6 would be like a safety valve. According to Mike Nelson, the city's special events director, he said the city has a formula it uses to determine just what resources are needed, whether it's something as important as security or more routine, such as the number of temporary portable toilets needed. The city does post event evaluations to see what could be done better in the future. And he said there is a section in the ordinance that deals with the potential of property damage and how to bill event organizers for that. Quote, knock on wood, I've been lucky not to have run into that. A Tier 6 event also would not allow sale of merchandise, although it would allow things to be given away. The time is 8:24 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora. Gabriel Bradford, what do you think about that?
I think it's really good because, I mean, especially getting all the permits and, you know, paying for the resources that are being used, it can be very expensive to have a full-blown event, you know, with permits
Right.
and all that kind of supply. So I think it's really great that the city is recognizing that there are still organizations that would like to do these events, but they're also cognizant that it may not be something that people want to do at such a large scale. So I think that's really great that they're allowing for Tier 6, where that's something you can kind of build into. If you want to go into a bigger event, you could start out with Tier 6, and then maybe, you know,
Right.
that's your first year, and then the next year you do a much bigger event that does require all that resources.
Right, baby steps. Yeah, you can still
yeah.
you can still take part. You can still do an event if you so choose. Can you do me a favor, Gabriel? I need a chair like that. Can you get me one of those blue chairs, please?
Yeah.
Let me take us to a small commercial. Gabriel Bradford's gonna get me a chair. I'm feeling like his little brother right now. This chair I got is comfortable. It's nice, but I need to sit up a little bit more. I don't know what's wrong with, you gotta do the news in the proper fashion, and your chair means a lot. So Gabriel Bradford's gonna get me a chair so he and I can be on the same page here. Because I'm looking up at Gabriel Bradford, and Gabriel Bradford's only like 4'8", so it's kind of strange. But the time is 8:26 a.m. I'll tell you what I think about it. I think that the whole idea of Tier 6 events is a very good one. I think it's a very good idea because if you remember and recall, what was one of the things last year that happened that people were up in arms about? Remember, it was the Pride Parade. Hang on one second, guys. Let's take us to a small commercial. What can I do to obfuscate?
That was so good.
Yeah, you're right. All right, we back. Look at that. Yeah. Thank you, Gabriel Bradford. That's what you need right there. Gabriel Bradford's our intern, and he's doing a fantastic job. Not only does he get cheers for his boy, he also does news, too. He's a very handsome young man. Okay. But here's the thing. Remember, if you recall, it was the remember the hubbub about the Pride Parade? First, it was going to happen, and it wasn't going to happen. You got security, we got security, all that. So I'm glad to see that there is a mechanism now for everybody to take part, regardless of size. You may not need all the city's resources and security, so you can still take part. Gloria Gerardo is here. Good morning to you, and I hope you have a joyful day today. You had a nice weekend, too. Amen. Thank you very much. Dora Sanchez Soto says, interesting topic. Sometimes the permit has hidden purposes that the public is unaware of. Very political, and this ordinance needs reform. Well, thank you very much for that. So when I saw that now, it caught my eye because here's the part that really stuck out to me. It says here, let me read this for you guys again. According to Mr. Veenstra, who is the counsel, so the city's lawyer, therefore organizations to, quote, experience their First Amendment rights without having to be associated with major costs. If you've got an event that, I mean, take us, for example, right?
Yeah.
We can draw a crowd, right? We can. So we're happy about that. We can, if we have an event, people are going to come out, but at the same time, we haven't drawn a crowd large enough yet to like really warrant paying for like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get a bouncer or something.
Exactly. Right. Like APD hasn't had to like.
Yeah, we haven't needed anything like that. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
I would, so if we are trying to do something like just due to funding and everything, we may not be able to pay for all that, but we can still draw a crowd.
Yeah.
So
That's
I do like the a little bit of flexibility in there, but as Dora said,
really great.
it needs some work. So we look forward to more of the work being done as we get this process squared away. I've got news about the Human Relations Commission as well and their quest for greater visibility. But before we get into that, good morning to Tracy Duran. How you doing, Tracy? Good morning. Happy Monday to you, too. Gloria, hey, what's up? And Dora says, yep, security, crowd control. That's right, because that's the big thing. And I'll tell you this, and you guys know that if you listen to this show, we are advocates of a safe event.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't care what you're selling. I don't care how good the music is. Unless it is squared away and safe, it's just a drop in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you've dotted your I's and crossed your T's in regards to safety for your event. Then one can think about having a good time and all the other kind of stuff. But security is paramount. And I think that we've seen, especially in recent history, that when you don't have proper security at events, that's when things could potentially go wrong. Time is 8:30. Gabriel, do us a favor. Take us to a commercial, baby, and give us like 2 more. Give us like 2 more. Yeah, hit him with like 2.
Yeah, 2. Okay.
Hit him with 2.
The home buying team of the Neighbor Project has an impressive lineup of seminars and workshops, in person and virtual, all year. In addition to the workshops, the Neighbor Project also provides group education and individual counseling. Learn about resources that are available and how you can receive other services. The Neighbor Project is a principal local resource for home ownership, financial counseling, and opportunities for all Aurorans. For more information on how you and your family can benefit from your coaching and financial help, email Juria at neighborproject.us or call 630-906-9400. Again, that number is 630-906-9400. And our friends of the Neighbor Project will be holding a great series of workshops this year with 3 special events happening soon. January 26th at 6 p.m. will be the first, the importance of credit when buying a home. This workshop will discuss credit course ranges, what makes up credit, and the do's and don'ts of credit. The next will be Thursday, February 16th, and is titled Saving Up for a Home Purchase. This workshop will cover different ways to save, types of income, budget building, and much more. And it'll also detail realistic expectations such as what one may be able to afford. Lastly, Thursday, March 9th's workshop is titled Are You Ready for the Pre-Approval Process? In this workshop, we will recap previous workshops, types of documents required considering DTI, which stands for Debt to Income Ratios, and information on the Neighbor Project home buyer education programs. All events will take place at the downtown Centauri branch of the Aurora Public Library and will begin at 6 p.m. For more information, call the Neighbor Project. Again, their number is 630-906-9400. Wow, the Neighbor Project's doing a lot this year.
They are, man. They are. They continue to do good stuff. So, yeah, now, as you can hear, they're doing good things. Get to know more about them and what they do by calling 906-9400. Okay, now here's the thing. I told you guys that I have information about the Human Relations Commission, which I do. But before that, kind of piggybacking off of the Tier 6 events, I want to mention another story that I think is taking place this week at City Hall. City Council is voting to create a public facilities department. And I think this is happening tomorrow. So that's why this is important. The department would be carved out of 2 existing departments, the Public Works Department and Development Services. So they're going to take Public Works, Development Services, and put them together for the Public Facilities Department. Now, here's the thing about names, because I'm a name guy, right? If they're taking 2 departments and putting them to one, I would have thought they would have come up with something a little bit more creative than public facility, right? This one's called Public Works Department. This one's called Development Services. We're going to put them together and just make it Public Facilities Department. Like, it's not that juicy. Right?
Yeah.
You know, like I would have made it call it the twofer. I don't know.
I don't know, right?
You know, that's why I do this.
Gotta have like a competition or something
Yeah,
where we're
like-
hey, like come up with a name. You know, the first person who gets comes up with the name for the department can like have a public park named in honor of them or something.
Anything.
Right?
A gift card to Treadwell. Something.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. So city council members already have approved the funding for the new department through adoption of the 2023 budget at Tuesday's regular city council meeting. That was last week, tomorrow. Forgive me. Aldermen are set to vote to amend the city code to create the new department. The move would leave the city with 11 departments and a number of divisions under those departments. The city last reorganized in 2021 when city council members voted to create the Community Services Department, Information Technology Department, and Community Affairs Department. At the same time, council members approved eliminating 2 departments, meaning it went from 9 to 10 departments at that time. The city also reorganized in 2017. Hang on a second here as I turn the page. All right. The city at one time had a high of 14 departments before cutting back during the recession in 2009 to 9 departments. According to Alex Alexandru, the city's chief management officer, he said at the January 3rd city council meeting that the new department would be similar to the one-time public properties department that was eliminated and incorporated into public works. Now listen to this next part. This is what gets my juices flowing. Listen to this. This was done in 2017 when city officials in effect created 2, quote, super departments, close quote, in public works and development services. Now, super departments sounds a lot cooler than public facilities department.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta have like the super works department or something. Like something where it's like maybe just a little more like original, I guess. Or like the I don't know. There's got to be something. Like
I would have called it that. Like,
yeah.
Welcome to the super department. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like where you got like the supers, like have everyone like dress up in like a super suit or something.
Like I would have. That's a way cooler name.
Yeah.
Public facilities. By putting all the public properties back under one department, there will be, quote, a little bit more accountability. According to Mayor Irvin, public works in particular has become so unwieldy. He said everything in the new public facilities department is associated with the city facility. Now, this new department would include facilities maintenance, central services, the Aurora Airport, motor vehicle maintenance, both the transit centers along Route 25 and Route 59, animal care and control, fleet maintenance, parks maintenance, Phillips Park Zoo, and both the Phillips Park Golf Course maintenance and operations. The head of the new department would be longtime city employee Jim Birchall, hope I said that name correctly, Jim, who would have the title of Chief Public Facilities Officer with a Director of Public Facilities. What do you think about that?
I think that's really good. It's standardizing the systems and processes that they have in place already. So I think it's a really good step in the right direction, I think. But I do think we need a different name, something like a naming competition. Like it wouldn't be that hard. I'm sure someone could come up with something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call it peanuts. I don't know what you call it, man. Just call it.
yeah. I don't know. Something a little different. I think like a new name would be very, very fun.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Now here's the story that I was looking forward to telling you guys about today. The time is 8:38 a.m. Dan Burrell is here. Good morning to you, Dan Burrell. And Paris Bistro is here. Good morning to you, Paris Bistro. Let me tell you about Paris Bistro. It's a fantastic restaurant out there on Showplace Drive in Naperville. They've got great food. They've got great drinks. They've got fine wines. They've got magnificent dancing. You can go in there. If you're looking for a great place to go on a date, go to Paris Bistro. Bistro and let them know you heard about it here on Good Morning Aurora. Okay, now here's the story here's a story of a man named who was married very lovely girls. You don't know that song, do you?
No, I don't.
Brady
is that no? I didn't grow up with the Brady Bunch. They were from like the 90s, I think.
Oh,
80s, 90s.
they was from way before that.
Yeah. Were they? Okay. So I wanted to be nice. I was gonna say 60s,
No,
but it's like
all
no,
good.
it's probably 90s.
It's all good, man. Okay, listen to this. Excuse me. Aurora's Human Relations Commission has been around for 58 years. But current members are worried people still don't know about it. During the last calendar year, the Illinois Department of Human Rights received 30 complaints from Aurora. The local Human Relations Commission received 2 or 3, and that's according to Ryan Maley, who is the longest-serving member of the commission board. I need to hire an intern just to turn pages for me. That's what I need. That's the next job that's going to be happening around here. So we're working this year to spread the word that we're here. He was addressing the city council last week during the committee of the whole meeting, saying the commission wants to provide a local resource for people who might have issues with equality, fairness, or inclusion issues, or to be a liaison to other local resources. He said the commission looks to mediate problems and find solutions rather than focus on punishment. I like that. First of all, I like that right there. You hear that? Let's read that again.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
Mr. Maley said the commission looks to mediate problems and find solutions rather than focus on punishment. What your mom used to tell you back in the day? If you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. I like that. It also seeks to educate as focus groups the commission has held on a number of issues would indicate. The commission held a series of events through 2021 and 2022 on a number of issues, and these events were designed to bring more awareness of the commission. The Human Relations Commission was created by Mayor Jay Hunter. Wow. In 1965, yikes, at the urging of iconic local civil rights leader Marie Wilkinson. He said most complaints lodged with the state last year were employment issues regarding physical disability. He added that he is unsure if 30 complaints for a city the size of Aurora is a lot or not, in large part because the commission does not know what kind of complaints other area cities get. Now, I want to pause real quick. Dora shares someone. She says, there are finally filling vacant positions and services that are severely needed. I'm happy to see this happening. I like that. Thank you for sharing that, too. Now, that's in regards to the story that we just read about public works and facilities and things like that. I have to say, too, I think it's a very good thing, Dora. I'm going to get back to this. I know I didn't forget. I'm going to get back to this. I got my finger where I'm going next. But I want to say that efficiency, people getting jobs, right?
Yeah.
Consolidating things, okay? Revamping stuff like that. Just because you've been doing it forever one way doesn't mean you can't do it a new way. We like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's been great.
Right. Shouts out to the city for being proactive in that regard. The time is 8:42. Okay. The exception is Chicago, where the Human Relations Commission makes its number of complaints public. And he said Aurora's complaints are proportional to its size. City council members told Mr. Maley they will be glad to help get the word out through their individual programs and newsletters to ward residents. People can find out more about the Human Relations Commission at www.auroratachil.org. TAC is another name for a dash. On that page, people can download a complaint form in both English and Spanish and submit it through their email. Gabriel Bradford, would you be so kind as to put that link in the chat for people? Now, I did interview Bertha Bailey, and I interviewed, was it Mr. Maley? Does Mr. Maley have glasses, Dora? Is he the guy with glasses? I interviewed the Human Rights Commission last year. We had a great discussion. And there's another gentleman by the name of Mr. William Small. Mr. William Small is a friend of the show. Bert is a friend of the show. They're all great people. And we had them on the show, and they talked to us about what they do. Now, I will admit that, as the article states, they're not very well known. A lot of people don't know what the heck they do, who they are, how to get in contact with them. And because of that, people take or make complaints rather to organizations and to people who aren't well placed to handle it. And then when nothing gets done, they're like, oh, nothing happened. Well, that's because you need to be direct in who you're addressing for specific problems. The time is time's 8:44. Aurora needs to try harder regarding the human relations complaints. Yeah, this is can I see that article one more time real quick? This is the thing. So the number that they gave us was that there's 30. Yeah. And all of last year, they had 30 complaints. Most of them were employment issues regarding physical disability. Our friends on Instagram are going crazy. Can you stop right now? I wonder if they can hear that.
I wonder. Oh, that'd be.
Can you guys hear the little boop-a-doom on the computer? If you can, I apologize.
I get. Oh wow, Instagram's popping today.
Instagram is just blowing up. So it's 30 complaints. And is somebody calling right now? Well, we're not answering. It's 30 complaints, physical disability, and employment issues. And I wonder what the redress looks like for those two. You know, who's handling those? Is it one person doing all of that work? And, what does that look like?
I think that'd be really interesting to see the process from the inside on how they go over those, the complaints and like what that process looks like. That'd be really interesting. Yeah,
I would like to know that too, because like if someone is saying that they're being discriminated against by their employer for their physical disability, and as the article states, the Human Relations Commission is interested in working the problem out and not punishing people, that would lead you to believe that if they can't come to it, like if my employer is discriminating against me and I reach out to the Human Relations Commission, if there is no redress here, my next recourse would be what? To file a complaint.
Yeah.
With the Illinois Department of Employment Security, because that's not right. People shouldn't be discriminated against. But, I guess we need to find out. About them. The legal department is. Thank you very much for that, Dora. So, yeah, maybe we'll reach out to them again.
Yeah, that'll be a good interview.
Yeah, bring them back on the show. And let's see what we can do to help them get their word out about what's going on. Time is 8. Human Rights Department. Thank you very much for that, Dora. Dora is, that's the kind of listeners that we have. Norma says, put the link, please, and I will check it out. Yes, Gabriel put the link in there, so please check that out, you guys. Josue Pais is here. Good morning to you, Josue. Good to see you, dear brother. And John Schomer is here as well. The time is 8:47. Gabriel, give us a couple more pieces of news. And I think give us like 3 pieces of news and make Kane County 211, please. One of them,
yes,
if you could.
That's very important. The court-based rental assistance is still available for those in a court eviction proceeding due to non-payment. The non-payment is conditioned on financial hardship due to the pandemic. Eligible applicants may qualify for up to $25,000 in emergency rental payments. This program is open to anyone in the state and is not conditioned by county. The deadline for applications is June 2023. For more information, scan the QR code on the flyer, which will be posted, or call 630-906-9400. Again, that's very important that it's that if anyone is in need of court-based rental assistance, that number is 630-906-9400. And get connected with many different human services organizations in Kane County with 211. This free service is a way to get help and stay connected. If you need assistance, this service is available in many languages. I think I was looking at that flyer. It was over 100 languages, was it?
For Kane County 211?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I think it says on there 150 plus.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, it's a lot. So again, it's very much available to anyone in need. It is a free service. So if you're struggling with absolutely anything, it's just a phone call away. You can call them, and it's honestly 3 numbers, 211. It's a very simple call. So help is a call away. So if you're in need of anything, they can connect you with a lot of local organizations in a lot of different languages to help assist you. And the Mr. and Miss Black Aurora pageant will be held on Saturday, February 4th at the Copley Theater, with a virtual information session taking place tomorrow at 6 p.m. This event is for all Aurora High School students wishing to participate. Major shouts out to the Aurora African American Heritage Advisory Board for creating and sponsoring this event. For more information and to register, visit the link that we'll be posting in the chat.
All right. Now, here's the thing about that. So which I just didn't delete those words. So the information session part already happened. However, if you visit the link that Gabriel will put in the chat, you can still go on there and see pertinent details of the event. So the next thing coming up is going to be, the pageant itself. So go ahead, follow the link, check it out. And once again, that's going to be at the Copley Theater, located right across the street from the Paramount. Copley Theater is a really nice place, you guys. If you haven't been there to check out a show, you're
missing out.
Yeah, you're missing out, for real. Go over there, trust me. Go on a date night. Tell them you heard about it here, and you'll really enjoy it. I went there. The last time I was there, I saw Bull, A Love Story, which was really good, which was obviously last year. It was a great time. So shouts out to our dear friends of Paramount Theater, like Jim Corty and Jim Jarvis. And, of course, I would be remiss not to mention my dear friend Miss Tesh, I think is her last name. Yeah, Miss Tesh. And, we got a lot of friends over there. So all of you guys who work there. Okay, the time is 8:51 a.m. Gabriel, what didn't we talk about yet? I feel like we forgot something.
Let's see. Covered the news.
We
covered
did.
a lot of news today.
That's right. Good. Hold on. I got something to talk about.
Okay.
I did. You know what? I got it right here. Hang on a second. Welcome to Freeform. What is Freeform? Some app. I downloaded the wrong app on my phone, you guys. So I downloaded this app called Freeform, right? It says, get creative, build your board, and collaborate with others. Sketch out a project, design a mood board, brainstorm ideas, and so much more. I'm going to come back to that. Right now, I'm going to read you another good piece of news that I've got here. All right.
Actually sounds like a good advertisement for Freeform.
It does.
Hey, if you're watching, sponsor us, right?
Right, for real. Freeform. What's the haps, dog? I mean, it started off as a mistake, but it doesn't have to stay like that. Okay, here it is. This is what I was looking for right here. Central States SER, Jobs for Progress. Now, they're a proud drop-off center for the Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry and Marie Wilkinson's Food Pantry. They are open for donations and drop-offs Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Aurora Business Center, 31 West Downer Place. Now, and they're in Suite 208. That is that building that's in basically on the outside of the downtown Aurora Wabanzi Community College campus right down here. It's across from Treadwell, that big brown-looking building. That's the Aurora Business Center, across from Sergio Furniture. They're looking for many donations, canned vegetables, spaghetti sauce, and other pastas, canned tuna, canned chicken, canned beans, canned ravioli, canned fruit, vegetable soup, applesauce jars, dessert mixes, chicken noodle soup, beans, boxed potatoes, and oatmeal packages, and peanut butter. So if you have any of those items, or if you can spare any of that stuff, please donate it. Marie Wilkinson's and Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry could really use your donations. Please help out when you can. And then the last thing I want to tell you guys about is on the 28th from noon to 3 p.m. at Java Plus, 1677 Montgomery Road, will be the Paint and Sip. This is going to be hosted by our dear friend Mental Revelations. It's a family-free event, and I do have the flyer. I'll post the flyer later on for you guys on our page. And there's a QR code embedded in that you can use to take part in this cool paint and sip. All right. Well, it's been a heck of a morning for news. The camera's still on Gabriel. Look at that.
Wow.
I didn't mean that. My bad.
Just spotlighting me.
Right?
Yeah. That's.
You got your muscles hanging out with the shirt and everything. Look at Gabriel's muscles, y'all. Damn, Gabriel looking swole. Hercules. Gabriel got the medium on today. That's cool, man. That's cool. Well, I think it's been a good way to start the week off, right?
Yeah, I think this is a great start to what's going to be a really awesome week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wednesday, we have a great interview for you guys. We'll be back at our satellite location, 712 South River Street on Wednesday. Our Wednesday guest, who's our Wednesday guest?
It was, I remember
Can you look on the calendar real
Friday
quick, please?
guest.
Yeah. Our Friday guest is going to be friend of the show, Mr. Salvatore Hall, better known as Sam Hall. He's running for alderman of the 4th Ward in Yorkville. So we've got some Yorkville-ism coming on the show on Friday. He's a dear friend. He actually is the guy that so when Good Morning Aurora first started, I'm talking about day 1, day 2. He was the guy who I was calling to do interviews with. So basically, he started work at like 9 o'clock. So I would call him on Zoom, and we talked from like 8:30 to 9. So in the first week that Good Morning Aurora ever existed, he was in it. Who is it Wednesday?
I think it was, for some reason I don't have it up in my calendar, but I think it was that one church. It's
City of Light Church, I think
Yeah,
it is.
City-
City
yeah.
of Light Church. Pastor Jose Torres is going to be on the show. Yeah, they're a newer church and congregation here in Aurora. So if you guys are interested in a faith-based message, you will get that on Wednesday. The time is 8:56 a.m. So without further ado, I'm going to, you know that I care deeply about you all. So I think what I'll do is I'll wrap this episode up by saying that Good Morning Aurora turns 3 this year. So we look forward to our 3-year anniversary party, which will be at McCarty Mills. And Dora and Devin, I'm going to reach out to you guys and get the date squared away for that so we can make sure that we have our party. Our anniversary parties are always at McCarty Mills, so we appreciate them and all that they do. If you want to get to know us, if you're interested in speaking with us or getting your message out there, you can email us at goodmorningaurora@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter. We're all over the place. So please just get to know us. I want to say thank you very much to all of our fans, supporters, subscribers, everybody who listens to us, and all the new people who just started to join and turn up in the chat and listen to us. Man, we appreciate you guys very much, and we will do our very best daily to make your morning nice for that 1 hour from 8 to 9 a.m. What you do after that, I don't really know. I hope that it works out for you. But from 8 to 9 a.m., you can guarantee that we will do our very best to give you a positive, beautiful, bright outlook and the best news that we can curate for you for your day. Time is 8:57 a.m. Norma Peterson, I hope that you have a great, blessed rest of the day, too. Did I forget anything?
Let's see.
Anything you want to say?
Just stay blessed, stay positive. We got some amazing interviews this week. Got some good conversations. Got the news.
Facts.
And it's all local. It's all Aurora.
That's right.
So,
well, not all of it.
Oh well, yeah, not all of it. I guess we were talking about like Peru, Illinois. So okay, so maybe not all local, but we definitely got the news where it counts, right?
We definitely got Aurora, but
we'll cover some other places.
Yeah, we're expanding.
Yeah, but we got listeners all across the world, though.
We do.
That's the crazy thing. I'm like, what you told me the other day was. It was Austria?
Austria.
Yeah, Austria.
Oh, that's right.
We're popping up there.
Yeah. So, we posted. So you guys know that the end of last year, the time is 8:58. So at the end of last year, we posted our Spotify Wrapped numbers and information. We're leading in there. So I don't remember all, but we're leading in the news category out there, and we are in the top 10% of podcasts shared globally, and we're being listened to in 13 countries. And one of the countries, which hey, God is good, it's amazing, right? Austria. They are listening to Good Morning Aurora on a regular basis in Austria. Who? I don't really know that yet. Whatever. But people in Austria, for some reason, they tuning in to Good Morning Aurora. So I want to say to the Austrians, word up. All right. Time is 8:59 a.m. You guys have a blessed rest of the day. We will see you back here on the show Wednesday morning. Tune in to Buenos Dias Aurora tomorrow morning. They got a great interview at 8 o'clock a.m. Take care of yourself and each other. That was corny. I got to get these buttons down, but that's a cool way to end the show.
Get some,
hey,
some
Austria, right?
buttons,
Shout out to Austria. Well, I took out that ending clap, so I guess that we'll just end the show. Let's end the show the way we started it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.